Holy shit. Hey, like I said, I want to thank all of y'all for being here. As I said earlier, we're lucky to have so much talent in the Low Country. We saw a lot of it displayed in the first set, but this party is about Swamp Fire Records and its 10th anniversary. And when it's time to get weird, and it's time to rock, and the shots are lined up, there's one band that personifies the philosophy of this record label and this movement. It is my distinct pleasure to introduce the baddest brothers to ever come out of Low Country. Everybody please make some noise for Clifford Holly.
This cup for 4 years now, holding out to the ground, so close to the ground. When wow, it's a man, blood flows deep, and I care what I know someone. Let me see. Sold in bed, got it sold in bed, got it sold in bed, got it sold in bed. Fifth gear, back and forth with speed, leaving the tracks from muddy boots and ripping past the seams. Finally crash, the world can speak with hungry, hungry eyes. sky. Got it sewn in bed. Bed, bed, bed. Got it sewn in bed. Bed, bed, bed. Got it sewn in bed. Bed, bed, bed. Got it sewn in bed. John Wilkins, Esquire. In the ocean, remember when you got your bones down in the basement with that butcher's knife? You were just paying for alone. Something came with his regular things. Sea runs cold from your kitchen sink. All that last is a smoking wax and your cousin and it seems. Sewn in bed, 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 bed. Got it sewn in bed, got it bed, bed, bed. Got it sewn in bed, got it bed, bed, bed. Got it sewn in bed.
That feels pretty good. Oh man, it's nice to be up here playing. It's even nicer to be playing with my brothers. And I get a little choked up talking about this. We went a lot of miles, 220-some thousand. We played 39 states. We played over 200 shows a year for 7 years. We played as far north as Yellowstone, Montana. Eric helped me out. Eric says a pool. I think maybe Mackinac Island or Duluth might have been both north. Duluth, Minnesota.
Duluth was the northernmost, I think.
Was our most southernest show.
Boca Raton.
Ooh. Okay. We got to play all over the place. We were from Hilton Head, but our heart was in Milledgeville, Georgia. Chip and Marty are here tonight. I love you guys. It's so good to see you all. It takes a lot to do this touring thing. It's a lot of energy. It's hard. It's hard work, and I was super fortunate to do that with my brothers. And there's one dude here tonight that we want to reach out and recognize because he kept our gear working and kept us on the road in good hands technically, and our guitars tuned. Scotty Evans of John's Music. Come on up here, brother. We got something for you. This is for Scott. This is a Swampfire Certificate of Appreciation for all he does for this music community. He takes care of all these guys. And we really love this dude. Go buy some shit in the store. And the bottom line, you know, we're so lucky to have a mom and pop independent music shop. That's kind of a rare thing these days. And this dude takes such good care of us, and we just love him so much. Thank you, brother. Thank you for all you've done for us. Make some noise, Scotty Evans.
Way to play, Scotty!
I was lucky in this band too. I got to write a bunch of music with two super talented dudes. One of them is this guy right here. His name's Eric Reed. He's bar none like one of the best melodic writers, and we got to write like a lot of songs. We put out 7 albums and did 2 records in Telluride, Colorado at 11,000 feet. But the other dude that wrote a shit ton of songs, Mr. Philip Carroll Sermon's over here. And he's just a hell of a songwriter and a great lyricist and all around a good dude. So it's good to be back. So we're gonna play a couple of Phil's tunes tonight because we want to acknowledge the fact that independent original music is something super important, and that's what this night is all about. And we can play Wagon Wheel, but we're not going to. So Phil wrote a lot of songs. And we did this record, a couple last records with this dude named Preston Havel. He was our producer. And this particular tune, Johnny Wilkins flew in for. He got to record out there. So make some noise, Johnny Wilkins. We had to fly him in the great state of Colorado. It's pretty high up there, man. It's pretty fucking high. But this is what Preston called Rock Concerto in G Major by Philip Carroll Sermons. This tune's called Without a Word.
Well, y'all make some noise for Mr. John Turner back there. He's one of the nicest guys in the whole world. I like hanging out with this guy. I like playing music with this guy. And this is John Wilkins. He's been far too long, my friend. Yeah, he's the silkiest guitar player in the land.
Hey, we had about 8,000 people that work for this band. And one of those dudes is sitting right here in front of me. His name's John Dowling.
This guy's one of my best friends in the whole world. We went to high school together. He moved down from Canada about the same time I moved down from Detroit, so we bonded over how much it was weird that he didn't like hockey, and I really liked hockey, and I couldn't fathom why a Canadian dude didn't like hockey, but I think I've kind of converted him to liking it, so.
Dalby, I gotta embarrass you a little bit. In a good way. One time we were coming back from Colorado. You know, it's really high up there in Colorado, man. It's fucking high, man. It's so high in Colorado.
So high.
So we're coming back down from Colorado, and we had like 18 dudes in a van, like a 12-passenger van. And Dow would sleep, or his like area was behind the back seat, and he was getting good rest from being high up there in Colorado. And we pulled over at some truck stop in Texas. Was it Texas or New Mexico? Texas. It was Texas, and we hadn't heard from Dow in like 7 hours because he was very tired from being very high up there.
Very tired. Altitude problem.
It was out to some kind of altitude thing. And he got out of the van, and nobody saw Dow get out of the van. And he hops out of the van, and doesn't have his cell phone or his wallet or anything, and hops out of the van to use the bathroom and everything. And, well, we all got back in the van, and we headed east. And Dow stayed right there in Texas, man. And we're down the road about 35, 40 minutes, and Eric's cell phone rings, and he says, I think this is the town we were just in. Someone's calling us from this town. And Eric answers, well, hey guys, it's me, Eric. What's going on? Dude, it's Dow. You left me at the truck stop in Texas. Please come back and
He's
get
on a
me.
payphone at a truck stop. My band left me at this truck stop.
That's called the Colorado Wind.
Crazy eyes, Steve. You come up too fast. You come down from the altitude too fast. Stevens, this guitar strapping is not good. We got one more tune that we're going to do as the band. Then we're going to bring our friend Miss Sarah Burns up here. Zach Stevens, where are you? It's time to go to John's Music and get new cables and straps. There's another one of Phil's songs. This is one of my favorite tunes, and my brother makes some noise for Matt Stock. Is he out front? That dude works so hard, man, and we have a lot of fun. I love you, brother. I'm talking about you. And Matt has this epic moped, and on the moped he has a sticker called "Play a Train Song." So Matt Stock, guess what?
Play a train song.
This one's for you, man. This is called "Waiting on That Train."
Hey, you live?
waiting for another day. Thinking you're stuck at the ship in a battle. It's time to settle up and pull that battle. There's a whole world waiting out there for you. Take a deep breath and put on the moonshine. Coming around me, coming for you. You're all wrapped up in the dirty little blues. Living your life without sway. Everyone knows it was not the silver pain. Second grade, every little time to pay. Day you'll see it in the sweet summer sea. Living your life away from that train. Everyone knows it's always someone to pay. Save a little, little time a day. Day you'll hear them sweet songbirds sing.
Well, thanks a lot.
Sarah Burns, where you at?
Today's her birthday. So my fiance was like,
I was gonna say make some noise for Sarah Burns, but I don't know
I might be calling
You guys.
good stuff.
Go, Sarah.
But the thing is, Jordan had like a 1-year-old, so I got the bike for all that, so I know what
Someone step up and say something. It's very bad when you give me a microphone. I'm just kidding. Thank you all for coming out tonight. This has been a wonderful thing. Y'all made this happen, not us. We didn't sell tickets. We would still do it, but a lot stranger. So thank y'all for coming out. And give a hand for the Orange Boys down there. Canyon, Caston, and Lincoln. Those are my little man. They're still hanging in here. They like to see Uncle Filthy play music. I get to buy them all the bad things like guns, drugs, trampolines, whatever.
Trampolines are actually probably the most dangerous out of those three things that you just mentioned.
Exactly. Stay safe, kids.
Sarah Burns! Come on.
We keep talking about Colorado, but we did this record out there. It's called St. Telluride. If y'all haven't heard that record, there's copies of it you can have for free. Jared, I'm looking at 18, brother. Channel 18. Make some noise for this lovely lady right here. Her name is Sarah Burns. They did this record, St. Telluride, and you know, you and Elwyn kind of have the same vibe going on. You're short little spiritual people.